We got pregnant in 2014 and had Decker in 2015. 3.5 months, he just had a sharp decline in eating. We weren't really sure what was going on. We thought it was an ear infection or something along that. I took off and took him to the pediatrician, and we probably did 3 or 4 different medical tests, and one of them that was on the list was a head MRI.
You know, they sat down and we knew they had the results of his MRI, and they, I remember the doctor looking at me and saying that we found something.
He had a brain tumor, and not what you want to hear when you have a 3.5-month-old. At that moment, it's so dark. You don't know you don't even really know who's in the room, because at that moment, you've had this perfectly healthy 3.5-month-old that now you don't know what tomorrow is promised. We had a small group that lifted us up through prayers and text and phone calls and meal trains and visits and all of that. You know,
I think Deckard's been on most Sunday schools prayer lists at some point. You know, people even that attend Emmanuel that we don't know. It's, hey, we know about Decker. We're praying for him. What's an update? You know, the people we've met in Emmanuel that God has just used to strengthen us in times where it has been dark.
I'm probably a man of few words, but I feel like if us sharing our walk through this and our faith, if we can just help one person, then it's worth it. And so I have to remind myself when it's not going to be fun to sit down and write it, that's why I'm doing it, and that we truly are trying to share hope in a world that's just dark.
And I think he understands even at this age that, you know, even though he's enduring something like this, that, you know, God cares about him, and he's using this for, you know, his journey and what his story will be.
Dear God, I pray that if there is anything that is hurting to kids, that they will be all right. And I pray that any kind of thing I have in front of me, I pray that will all end well.